and the future of Africa was put on a table and was dissected into segments in order to favor the West, the Europeans, the Americans, the UKs, the Asians, and the Russians, and where they can be able to enter to be able to pick their interest. Now, when you saw what happened in the conference or at the result of the conference of the Berlin Conference of 1884 to 85, which we saw last week in our broadcast from Congo, you saw that people's hands were cut to pieces because of inability for them to meet the aims and objectives of the white supremacy. All this is centered on their own interests. Here at the very beginning of this video, they said they understand that the global economic prosperity depends on Africa. So, if you want to be somebody, come to Africa. If you want, if you want to have something, come to Africa. If you don't want to be anything, don't come to Africa. But when you come to Africa and then you center your rudder to plot along Africa, you will likely land where you're going to get things that will be flourishing. The same thing applies to what is happening in Amazonia, what is happening in Biafra, what is happening in some other sub-Saharan African countries. So there is one other thing that says ideology. This is the ideology that is being used to teach every white person as it's growing up, right from childhood in nursery school or kindergarten. So I am telling our African people that it is high time you change your narrative as well. Because if they start teaching someone right from nursery school or kindergarten that you are useless and that you are an enemy, but yet they project that from this you being enemy, that is where all their future will come out. If they don't use you as slaves, they cannot become anything. So how much more you that you are not even teaching yourselves of what you are and what you own and what you're likely to become and the importance that you have without being used by another person and what other people can get from you when you actually utilize your powers in the right way. It is also a way of reflecting and turning our people back to the drawing board for them to learn something.
There were. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, make a no talk, make a no just talk. The good as on a talk. So I go like make we hear the second part of the video because waiting these people want us na destruction. We are just instruments only. That is what they see us to be, and that is there we are their. But there's one thing he said that there must. I think I've forgotten the way he put it. He said,
Africa. If Africa to get to break out, they must fight for it. That is what our leader Mazen Nandekano has told them to know, that he came to not only Biafra. That's why I said at initial that this video, about only 2 years ago we played it. We didn't understand it now, but now you bring it back. It begin to make sense with what is happening from the royal and everything that's going on. We know it, and now our eyes are open. And our leader Mazen Nandekano have said that now they will understand it. We are fighting to be free from them and not Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We are fighting and we must fight. Now you see what they want from us and what they have planned, and the project, like you hear, the jingle I play and the beginning wasn't what I was looking for. I thought, but it was a wrong one. I will still bring it up. We have to tell them that we are no longer the project they planned us to be. We cannot be that robot. I want you to hear their plans for us, what they want. When you will see Europeans, UN will come out boldly, immediately to your head. I want you to listen.
I don't think you'd have to be a genius to know that the last thing the Horn of Africa needs is more foreign military bases, more weapons and more European meddling. What we call our strategic relationship isn't about human flourishing, it's about the EU's ambitions as a superpower. There's now a new great game in the Horn of Africa. Greater and lesser powers are pockmarking the place with military bases. France, the US, China, Germany, Japan, Italy, Saudi Arabia all have a presence in the tiny area of Djibouti alone. Mercenaries are swarming in from all quarters. The entire region is being militarised. War is in the air. And what about the people facing climate and food insecurity? None of this benefits them. We talk about instability, but we only make it worse. We flood the place with weapons, hand over the profits to European arms companies and charge the bill to our citizens. And then with the carnage, we go back in and we do it all again. It's a racket. Strategic relationship, it's one thing after another, isn't it? Really, it's the same as it ever was. And all I can say is, God save Africa from Europeans offering help.
You know, this is help the African can give you. The only thing we can get from Africa is what this woman said. You know, the first time I heard this, I feel like dying. Kelechi, my pastor brother, I beg, do justice to waiting the woman they tell us.
You see, the truth about this video is that it has always been in every United Nations meetings and their General Assembly meeting. They have a way of saying the same things over and over and again. And one important thing Africans must understand is this: there's no way they can help us get liberation. That is why the woman said, only God. May God save Africa. Because human input, no human being, United Nations will not stop. They will continue. That is why the woman said, may God save Africa from European help. Because the truth about it is that the concept of help in their own design is the concept of exploitation. Most of these weapons they build, most of the raw materials are from Africa. The uranium and all this stuff they use in building chemical weapons and all of this stuff, they get from Africa too. Now, when they get these weapons from Africa, these materials from Africa, they take it over there, they build the weapons with them, they sell it back to Africa. Africa is a very big market. They sustain and make sure that the fighting, the misunderstanding, the ambushes, the militias, the Fulani, militias, the Arab world militias, the Islamists continue to. That is why you see that. Let me give you this instance. You remember the time last year, I think it was last year, when an American was kidnapped by Boko Haram. How did America save the person? Just within a moment, the person was delivered. No scratch, yet they killed all the Boko Haram members around that vicinity, which means that solidifies that video that Mazi Okonkwo was talking about that I played. I forgot. I will still post it so that we can have it on our platform. Now, that solidifies that America has the potentials to do what they can do, but they will not do it because it is not a priority. And that is what this woman has said now. It is not a priority. Americans were there when she was saying it. The British are there when she was saying it. All the international community, they are all there. Everybody's there. But they will keep saying it every time as a religion or as a routine. It is normal for them to say, let it be that their program is complete. It is an agenda. It is part of the agenda of the meeting. They just say it and it continues. It is not. They're not saying it because they want to actually help Africa. No, they're saying it as part of the agenda of repeating the circle and saying what they have to say. Yes. So yes, as a ritual. Yes, so that it will be that at least they said it. And if Africa wants, we said it. But they know that the only way. That is why they gave us a clue in that last statement the woman made. She said, "May God save." Who is God? God is our source. And our source uses us to actually actualize what he wants us to achieve. So if God is going to actually move to do this thing right and make it right, he is actually going to use us as a means of saving ourselves. He used Israel to save themselves. He actually used people to save themselves. He puts it in their minds to actually take action. So the only thing Biafra can do now, as we are doing, and everybody who understands, who should understand, who has a better reasoning faculty, who does not see freedom as a threat to their income or to their belly, they should understand this, that the concept of God saving us according to the dictate of this woman is also in line with what that man is saying in the other video, that Africans know what to do. It's not as if they don't know what to do. But the truth about it is that he also said something. He said the Europeans or the West would fight to sustain that means of their actions. But the truth here is this, that fight is going to be by proxy. They will not come directly to fight us. They're going to use both the Fulanis, they're going to use both the corrupt politicians, they're going to use the Fulani militias, the jihadist system, and all of that, the caliphate, to fight. It is by proxy. Don't think that America will come with weapons directly to kill, to shoot, and to kill us. No, they are going to use this proxy. Except we rise up in action to deal with these proxies, we are going to continue to have this situation. Every year they will come and say the same thing to us, and they have been saying it for years. They've been saying it for years and years. They'll keep saying these things. We must rise now to stop this madness.
They will, Kelechi. They will. Mazi Paul Onwubiko, you get anything to talk?
Yeah, my brother.
If you get it, make a brief, I beg. Make we fit take calls today. Go on.
As Kelechi was speaking, someone wrote that Joshua HaMashiach will come back. You know, these people have started again. First, this woman and that man who said Africa should continue to do what they are doing, they are the same people who told you that when they slap you here, when slave master slap you here, you should turn the other side. And when the slap is tired, their hand begin to bend them. They call the black man, which is Fulanese, to continue giving you the slap. Then they came and they told you that you should wait for somebody they call Jesus, the son of
Paul, leave that one. Leave
that Paul, please don't go there. I think it's a misconception. Actually, the Christ is not all about coming for Biafra. The Christ is about Israel.
No.
So let's do that.
Allow him first to finish.
Okay, go on, Paul.
All right.
They placed our mind up to today, they placed our mind that when you were killed, you are going up, that somebody will rescue you there. They placed our mind that somebody will one day appear in the sky to save you. But we, 247, you are in Europe. Austin, you are in Europe. Are these people waiting for the same person? And these same people are the same people who said, in my father's house, there are many mansions. Go here and you will see mansion. Why our own people, there is no house there. They want to eliminate that place. They tell you, if you manage to cross over the sea, there are many mansions. They give you ammunition, then you come here and begin to walk like a jacket. Are you getting it? Because they say only God will help. Who is God? God is me and you, and God is your brain. God is your brain. You say only God can help Africans. You understand? And God is your brain. How do you develop that brain is our problem. The way to develop this brain is what me and you is doing today. What did Nnamdi Kanu told Simon Ekpa the day they have interview? He asked Simon Ekpa, are you a journalist? Simon said no. When Simon asked him, Mazi, what makes you think that Biafra is coming? Then Nnamdi Kanu asked Simon Ekpa, are you a journalist? He said no. He said, why are you doing this job? Better than those people who have certificate to do it. Simon was shocked. Then Nnamdi Kanu told Simon, the kind of question and the way you handle this computer, even Shegu in Channel TV cannot do it. But you, who is ordinary person, is doing the job of a journalist more than those who have documents, who have diplomacy to do it. Are you getting it? He said, only God will save Africa. Are you getting it? God is here. God is here in your brain. You people, if you think, you look, I want to take another minute. If not because of people who doesn't understand what me and you is doing today, Biafra would have been declared. It is only taking Simon there about 4 months to program Biafra. He used more than 1 year fighting to defend his innocency in this Biafra struggle. Are you getting it now? So the way these people use our brain is heartbroken.
There we Paul, there we
Yes, please, sir.
Yes,
I think we are a little bit nearer to my office, and I have to branch in before I continue. Thank you. Mazamubiko, thank you so much, and I like your contribution, because there must be a split of mindset and discussions. We have everybody to allow to flow. You know, coming to these guys we are showing here, this West, so-called West or superpower or colonial masters, we must be able to differentiate devil from God. And like as I said last time, sometimes we can also anchor to say that they give us the Bible, that the Bible happens not to be original. I will not buy that. You see, let me tell us one thing. Someone can jump from fornication to pulpit, and God will use that person to do a tremendous miracle, does not mean that you will go to heaven. In this life, we have two kinds of human beings walking. We have low conscious human being and a high conscious human being. Everything is created in polarities. This is my office. When Jesus was here, he was telling people, he said, for you, it is given to you to understand, but for them, it is not given. Two kinds of human being. And another one is, not everybody will go to heaven. So we have heavenly candidates and also hellfire candidates. The Bible you see can be your father that made it, and God must use a man to produce what we use to bury a man. Am I going somewhere? So the Bible is original. It is authentic and a word that can never be thwarted, and nobody can go there. It is unfallible word of God. Now Jesus says, you are in the world, but you are not of the world. So these people you see that are treating us so bad may be the sons of perdition that will be here for destruction. Know ye that no Biafra man dies. When the Bible says in the book of Psalm, it said, he will not allow his Holy One to see corruption. He's talking about Biafra, not those people. That's what Jesus said to them. It is given to you to understand, but for them it is not. There was one of my sister who was commenting here something, sherry something. I saw the comment. He was saying, even we who are the sons of Issachar, I tell you, if you claim to be the sons of Issachar, but you don't understand the handwriting of the scripture, means you are not the real descendant of Issachar. Because the Bible where I read in the book of, I think, First Chronicle, can you help me, 12:32, somewhere there. He said, for the sons of Issachar, they understand the time. That's why when I entered this program, I read for us the book of John 9, when Jesus said, I came to do the work of he who called me now that is light, for night cometh no, when no man will walk. We must defend the Christianity, it is original. Those who brought it don't know what they carry. Those who wanted to have the ark before obedience of God brought the ark into the house of God do not know the potency, what is in the ark. Not everybody understand God. These people are too far from God, and let us never look them and say that the word of God is not original. God can use a fornicator and drop him, he will not see heaven. Thank you.
No, let me quickly chip in something. You know, I used to tell us that before the invasion of the criminals into Africa, we have a God. We have been worshiping a God. And our God is the only God that lives in heaven. But people, they call me Antichrist. When they come inside our home, will be Africa. They constantly say we love God so much. They studied us, they studied everything we do. They go back, go put them for book, come carry and give us. Make it look like if it's a different thing from what we were doing.
Ugo, give me 1 second. Let me respond to one bandit here. Since I'm a criminal, and this idiot that said that the criminal can quote a Bible, it was the criminal that went to heaven before your mama. The day they crucified Jesus, idiot.
I think we have to go back to our program. You know.
Okay, yes. Let us go back to our program anyway. So what I am saying, our fathers served God before the white men came. We no be pagans, as they told us. We no be heathens, as they told us. That is, by the way. Mazi Sonny Aparawa, you there?
I do. Please make una know that I grace this program into religious.
Go on. We have settled it.
Go. We know they go there. We know they go there
because two of us, Ugo, sorry, Paul was going there. Okonkwo came to also go there.
My name too, they sweet you for mouth.
We're gonna leave religion one side because we understand quite well that somebody must look for your weaknesses to capitalize on it. That is what the Britain did. Britain are people, when they were talking from that first video we played, they made mention of ideology. So that is one of the ideology that Britain have made use of. So if you want to beat on it, argue, many people will come to defend that, and we are not allowing that to happen because we have something more concrete to fight. Now, let me go to the message that came out from that video so that I can narrate it to our cause. The lady is trying to call African people, especially the Biafran people, and ask you, why is it that you have a European, or you have American, or you have China, or you have a UK, or you have a all world north, you have their military base in Africa. Then you don't have African military base in their own countries. You don't have you don't have a Ghana military base in America. You don't have a Nigeria military base in America. You don't have Cote d'Ivoire military base in America. Why is it that the lady was actually criticizing the leaders of the Western world? She was speaking for Africans, just for people to understand where her projection was going. Because there are many of them that at times wisdom of God enters them and then they tend to speak from their mind. It's a question for sober reflection. Why are you allowing yourself to be impoverished in connotation to the first video that was played? Allowing yourself to be controlled to this very day that you cannot do anything? Why is it that every weapon manufactured in America, UK, China, Russia is supplied to you in Africa for you to use to fight? And you are not fighting the Russians. You are not fighting the Americans. You are not fighting the Europeans. Moreover, 95% of the raw materials that makes up the finishing product of these weapons that they now send back to you to use and kill yourselves is being given naturally from your own land. So they extract it, take it there, put it into finishing product, bring them back and supply back to you just for you to be using it to kill yourselves. Because from the first video, they said, let us make them to see that they are their problems. So by the time Okonkwo is seeing me now as someone that is opposing him, a fellow African, no, 247 is now seeing Owubiko as someone that is opposing him with his idea.
No, now you are the see,
Kelechi is
Sonny,
now seeing him now as
Sonny,
someone that is opposing his idea. Someone in Ghana is seeing someone in Senegal as opposing his idea. Meanwhile, all of them are supposed to have as one body. When you go to Europe, from Portugal to maybe somewhere like Denmark, everybody are using one name, Schengen, 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 and they protect the interests of all the Schengen. Carry one passport of or one visa of any of these countries. As you enter, all the other Schengen countries, they respect and then protect your rights. The lady was asking you a question, and that question is to the Biafran people. For those of you that are still allowing Britain now to decide and to continue the annihilation of your people, something that was started far back in 1800. They are now bringing Obi now as a point of propaganda to help the narrative to continue and to supply more weapons. Because now, see it this way now, those weapons that they are talking about, as we say, no election in Biafra land, Obi will now say they should come and clamp down on anyone that says no election in Biafra land. But when you go back, it is that weapon that now they will now bring to come and use to kill you, right? And who will come and carry the weapon to kill you? It is not America that will come and carry the weapon. They will give it to a fellow person that is inside one Nigeria to come and shoot you and kill you. Let us now go back to something else. Who are the people sitting down to decide our fate? It's the Westerners sitting down to decide our fate. So the message now is we are talking of no election in Biafra land. And when you go and bring that their United Nations Charter of people's rights, it tells you that you have the right to decide of your political status. You have the right to decide of your cultural status. You have the right to decide of your religious status. You have the right to decide of your freedom. You have the right to decide of where you want to belong and where you don't want to belong. So when the Biafran people are saying no election in Biafra land, it is a constitutional right that is recognized by the United Nations internationally. Not even only in Nigeria alone, even inside Nigeria as well, it is also recognized. The message from that lady now is that you should not allow these people to be supplying the weapons all the way from the Western world down for you to use it to kill yourself. Rather, fight in this pattern that we are fighting now. Stand up and then support the no election in Biafra land because you have the right. The right is there on the paper encrypted. She is waking up people that are blind, people that are still running after obedient, because the obedient is the one that is going to bring those weapons to come and kill you. It's the point of the propaganda that was used in the 60s to the 70s as a leaflet to release on our land. So now, obedient now is the one that is to be used as the next weapon of warfare now. So Biafrans should look up and then expunge obedience and focus on no election in Biafra land.
Thank you, Mazi. Now we are going to see the another video before we take comments, and then this is the summary of everything we would done listing here, because when they subject you to nothing upon you, your degree, your philosophy degree, your Kano, your Sano, your PhD, your doctor, your master, all of them, at the end, let us just listen to this one before we move.
The advice from your embassy. So please don't shout.
To the embassy, you tell them now. But the Nigerians here, they want to come to the.
I don't know why this one behind.
So Kuya, the Nigerian embassy doesn't want us to meet them. Yes, that's so. The Nigerian embassy has denied us. Kuya.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Your embassy, your own embassy denied you. You call the embassy.
You call the embassy.
They don't. Yes.
What's your name?
So you are telling us, you are telling us that the Nigerian embassy.
Sorry for that. I think we got to watch that video, but meanwhile, let's see this.
A lot of you will run. Just few weeks time from now. Bring the video for other. Bring the video to start to open the car. The car will join you. All of you will disappear. Everybody that is going to listen to this video, and all of you in Biafra land that is believing in Biafra, the spirit of sit at home will possess you this evening. A lot of you will run. Just few weeks time from now. Bring the video for other. Bring the video to start to open the car. The car will join you. All of you will disappear. Everybody that is going.
Advice from your embassy.
So you go and talk to the embassy. You tell them now that the Nigerians here, they want to come to the embassy.
Wait. So Kuya, the Nigerian embassy doesn't want us to meet them.
Yes, that is.
So the Nigerian embassy has denied us. Kuya.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Your embassy. Okay. Your own embassy denied you. You call the embassy.
You call the embassy.
You call the embassy. They don't. Yes.
What's your name? So you are telling us. You are telling us that the Nigerian embassy have denied its citizens, right? Yes. No, video him. Video you, sir. Video both of us. He is telling us we are cadets, sponsored by the Nigerian NIMASA, and now they are telling us that the Nigerian. Advice from your embassy.
So you go and talk to the embassy. You tell them now that the Nigerians here, they want to come to the embassy.
Wait. So Kuya, the Nigerian embassy doesn't want us to meet them.
Yes, that is.
So the Nigerian embassy has denied us. Kuya.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Your embassy. Okay. Your own embassy denied you. You call the embassy.
You call the embassy.
You call the embassy. They don't. Yes.
What's your name? So you are telling us. You are telling us that the Nigerian embassy have denied its citizens, right? Yes. No, video him. Video you, sir. Video both of us. He is telling us we are cadets, sponsored by the Nigerian NIMASA, and now they are telling us that the Nigerian embassy has denied us in a foreign land. NIMASA is not replying us. We are the embassy. Now the security is stopping us. You can see the security guys have blocked us. You can see our colleagues. We are all here. They have stopped us from going to the embassy to complain our problems and our needs at the embassy. So this is good.
We are here.
What do you want to do?
Our embassy. The embassy asked them to let us in.
We are here today for a simple demonstration. We are going to our own embassy, and now our embassy have instructed the security to stop us here. That we are not allowed to go to our own embassy when we have a challenge. Now the Philippine security is holding us to go to our own embassy, Nigerian embassy, because it is our embassy that have given them the right and have the instruction that we should not be allowed. How can I not be allowed to go to my embassy when I have a challenge? And I want to use this medium to pour out the challenge we are facing here. 10 years ago, we were sent to the Philippines to study marine engineering and marine transportation under a NIMASA NSDP scholarship. 10 years ago, and this is a scholarship that was supposed to last for 4 years. 3 years in school, 1 year in the ship, then I come back to write my exam and finish it. But this has stayed long for 10 good years. I have wasted my life, my 10 years of my life, and many of my colleagues also in this same program. Now, finally, we are here for the last lap that will get our license and go back to Nigeria. But yet,
Well, we'll get the message, we'll hear them. When Nigeria wake up, what happened to you? It go happen to you, even if you don't enter inside hole, it go happen. Imagine that Nigeria send you go abroad, go school. They carry this ASU problem, pursue you, go there, go meet you. Now Nigeria for you, now Nigeria. Well, Paul Ombano, I don't know whether you want to talk anything.
You know, but Nigeria no happen to now.
We have to, sorry, Paul, we have to take 2 minutes so that we can take calls.
You know, as we are dealing on a program, many things is coming, and as it's coming, because of time, when we go to our various platforms, we can say it out.
Elaborate more.
They said that Anne Bozo Zotala, people are Zobute. The way these colonial masters change the brain of our people, give birth to what these people is crying today.
Wine.
Everyone of everyone of us.
No, Paul, no, Paul, wait. Now somebody wait there at the make comment, wait, they make me laugh. Go on, I beg, continue.
So, wait.
Paul, continue.
Ask another person, please.
Okay. Tell us what you they drink.
All right, thank you. I just make I use Burukutu. Since Simon don't occupy Hennessy, Burukutu. All right, we go see. The video you played is very funny. Last time I saw it, I was laughing in my head. The guy said he was asking the police.
10 years. 10 years.
10 good years. That the question is, we have to ask, what is he doing in Philippines in the name of study for 10 good years, still believing in the same Nigeria, and his brain is not open? The man said they behave like this Benue people, you know. I don't know. I'm not trying to say that, but that is exactly how he's been. It's like the story he's talking about. I'm even laughing at him himself, and I wish him good luck to everyone who is behaving like him. Nigeria will happen to them one after the other in the name of Jesus Christ. Because since you don't know that your country does not have any respect for their citizens, he was even talking about what is his degree? Who cares? Your degree not pass the ones where they for Nigeria, they don't study, get their PhD. Still, they don't know kind than the right. That is one Nigeria for you. When we talk about splitting the country, no one wants to think about that. Thank you, 247.
Yes, thank you so much. As much as this is funny, there's something very critical that is wrong. And basically, you see, when things like this happen, some kinds of videos like this are things that people just watch and just laugh over, you know, and you know the way our people behave. They will laugh over it, they will move on, and that is it. Of course, they have to make the guy feel what Asu is feeling here. He has to spend 10 years there, just like those who are in the zoo also would have to spend their own years. So they are telling him indirectly that if you travel out, you will still, if we have a way of affecting you for your education to be delayed, we are going to do it. And that's what they have shown him. 2, you can imagine, if let's just assume he's a Biafran. I don't know where he's from, but it will be very strange for a Biafran to actually see themselves as a tool to be used like this, you know, by the Nigerian state. We have been telling you of Nigeria is not a state anyway. A state is not a state, so in Nigeria contraption. We have been talking about this circumstance. Well, let me not go that way. Anyways, I just realized now that our brains have been affected. You know, our people. You can imagine somebody 10 years, just like Mazio Konko said, 10 good years. This is what, if you had given birth to a child, by now the child is becoming an adult, almost an adolescent now. 10 years, and he has wasted it waiting to get a certificate in a land that is not his own. The problem here is that our minds have been destroyed. And if you go check him very well, he might still be asking for his PVT. He might still be campaigning to have an election go on, that the next government will change things for him. If we want to count 10 years, that means he actually came he actually went there in the time of Jonathan. And he has stayed there till the end of the late Buhari. So you can imagine the criticalness of his problem. His problem is fundamental. Mental faculty has been disrupted, and that is the state of most people today who are campaigning for one Nigeria, who are talking about election, who are talking about making our country great. If you go on social media, you see many of them. We have to make our country great. In fact, now they have now devised. Is it just their advertising agency now? He's talking about advertising, make Nigeria unity, Nigeria unity, Nigeria unity, Nigeria. All those shenanigans. We have to change our mindset, and we have to get this nation Biafra 2023, and that's our target. Nigeria is going to go down, so just expect it. Those of them who are locked up there anyways, we are telling them, join the force now. They should leave that place they are, join the moving train. Biafra is the moving train. Freedom is the target. Thank you.
Ndewo, Mazi Sonny. Mazi Sonny, you did there. Well, before Mazi Sonny go join us, I want to make we understand somebody that asks waiting they go on. Somebody where Nigeria send abroad to go study marine engineering, marine engineering, marine or marine engineer. Marine na chi marine temple na for own. Make chi marine temple catch you na for that marine well na they talk there una go understand. Una go know wetin una dey talk. Anyway, after 10 years, a course that's supposed to end after 4 years after 10 years has not even ended, because the certificate you have not gotten and you are not going to get it because you don't even have right to go into your own embassy. A stranger, it is too painful that when you go to your embassy, everywhere, even here in Spain, if you go to your embassy, somebody that is not a Nigerian will tell you to stay outside, whether rain or sun, you cold, snow, stay there. It's only in Nigeria embassy. Whenever you want to go there, they will collect your phone from your hand. I was asking, why are you taking my phone away from me? If you don't drop your phone, you cannot go inside. Nigeria. May Nigeria not happen to you. Say amen. Amen. We are going home. No matter waiting, no matter how you want to be, we are going home. We are not relenting. We are not waiting. We cannot waste any more minutes. We can't afford to lose anything again. We are going home. That thing will go blow up, make it blow now. That thing will want blow down, make it blow down now. They won't. So, Sonny, you did there. Mazokongwa, the lines are open now. We should be taking calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're waiting for the first call. The numbers are there. Maybe we can put the numbers.
Okay.
The numbers are not yet there.
Mazis, take 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, and summarize whatever you want to summarize.
Can you remove the comment if the numbers are there now?
Yeah. No, I no put number there.
All right. When one Nigeria happens to you.
Sorry. Mazokongwa, put. Okay, wait. If you like say your number there here. Go on.
It's on the chat section. Sorry.
When one Nigeria happens to you, the evidences are not hidden, and you can see it left, right, center. But let us come back to reality. Why is it that we are always going to the Western world or other countries or continents to go and study? Why can't we find other people from those continents coming to Africa or coming to one Nigeria to study? Is it that our own literary environment is not good enough to take care of people that will come from the Western world to come and study in our own environment? Or is it that we have so destroyed everything that we cannot make anything useful. The person went to study marine engineering in the Philippines, but the best maritime university in Africa, you have it in Oron Maritime Academy of Nigeria. And then they have not equipped that school to standard so that anyone that wants to study any particular course can be able to study and then get any certificate that he or she wants. So we are now left with the option of going to the Philippines or going to America or going to UK. Imagine those naval cadets, those merchant naval cadets being stranded in another man's land. There is something that we need to look up to because it's not just about how they make people useless, but let us look at something more important. The University of Nsukka is where we use for petrochemical engineering, where we use to manufacture some of the weapons that we use when we had the massacre between Britain and the Biafran people. Most of the weapons that we use were produced from that very place. And when Britain saw, and when one Nigeria saw that that is where our source of brains were coming from, they decided to destroy it. Now, how is the standard of that university in Biafra land? That standard is going nowhere because Britain, one Nigeria, the Western world, they understand quite well that when they give you the opportunity to become somebody, that you will come and supersede them. Aside from what one Nigeria is all about, let's look up to the reality because this is the thousands and many reasons why Biafrans are living one Nigeria. Biafrans are living one Nigeria so that you can have a good education and then you can have a good working environment. You can have a good and serene environment to study so that your children does not need to go to Philippines, does not need to go to America to go and study. Our labs and our schools will be well equipped and everything will be in order. There are ships in Maritime Academy of Nigeria where there is Maritime University. But these people that are going to the Philippines now, so they refuse to equip those ships and those boats in Maritime Academy of Nigeria so that it will be useful for them to study. That is why they had to send them to the Philippines. Instead of putting things in order for us to be okay, they want to destroy us. That is why we are standing up to say no election in Biafra land. And we are ready to destroy Nigeria because Nigeria has been destroying Biafrans from the 1800 to this very time. So we owe nobody any apology and we are standing on our words. We are not here to disrupt no election in Biafra land. No, we are to make sure it does not hold. So no election in Biafra land is the way so that Biafrans will be free and we can have a good life. They will from there.
They will. Okay, we have a caller here and we are open to receive calls now. Please call the two numbers you saw there. How much?
Hello.
Hello. Call me. Call
Hello?
the numbers. Excuse me. One moment. I'm coming. The lines are open now. Please continue. Continue, sir.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
My brother, thank you people very much. Thank you. I want to comment on this video that you play, my brother. You see, what Nigeria government is, if you look at all those people now, they claim they are sending outside. They are all Southerners. You understand me? They are all Southerners. And the reason why they are sending them out, just to waste their life, like Sonny said, they don't send them there, dump them there, no paper, nothing. This is not only Filipino, this is the way it is, both Arab countries, both other, even South America. Look at Philippines, not even the countries that speak English. They say they went there to go and learn about what. So what they're doing, they just, by the time they will go back, they have filled everywhere with Fulani. all the military and everything. Look at 10 years. 10 years. Before you get to Nigeria, the Boko Haram that they recruited since 10 years. Don't you know his rank by now? You understand me? Somebody they recruited 10 years ago in Nigerian army, a Fulani. Don't you know his rank by this time? And look at the way they wasted the life of those useless fools. And you see the thing. my brother, please, it's just a funny thing. It's just a funny. This is the only thing I wanted to contribute. It's just a funny thing. You know, for you to see how our people are so useless. And they put you there. You still continue that you are serving Nigeria. My brother, thank you for the audience that you give. You are fine. You are fine.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. Mazo Kongo, no call.
No call on this side yet.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
It was a wonderful.
All right.
It was a wonderful. Somebody say, you know, don't say imagine Philippine. Philippine did not do you anything.
No,
Nigerian embassy was also in
no,
Cuba when I went to Cuba, and they told me there's no chance. I went to Cuba in prison because my embassy did not really talk to me. So what are you people talking about? You must understand that if you go to serve Nigeria, you come out in shame. You must know it. So just focus. Why we're here is to open the brain of our people and not only listening to us. We want to digest everything we are saying. Every video we play, every jingle we play on our program is to sensitize our people that there's a need for us to break out. We don't come here to play. What we come to tell you is that we mean business. It's not because people see us and see people agitating. No, that is not the issue. Everybody must come together to break out from this kind of human beings you call Nigeria. Look at people, like Kelechi rightly said. You see, this is the way they dispatch our men outside the countries to distribute them. How many Fulani people that come from Nigeria that is in Europe? When you come, you see Biafra in, there was a time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting, and the one Friday he opened, it was 3 years ago or something, he opened the line, and somebody said, Mazi said, yeah, he said, I'm calling from Mongolia. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, eh? Mongolia. Mongolia.
Where is Mongolia again?
I never forget.
Please, may I say something, please?
All right.
May I say something, please?
Go on.
Go on.
Okay.
But be brief.
The people we saw there, majority of them are Biafrans. They actually didn't go there to work for One Nigeria. Most of them are on scholarships. Masukunko, just like where you are now, Arabian, you were in school, still studying. Then somebody just came and then offered you scholarship, or maybe you happen to fall along the scheme of scholarship that was offered by maybe the state government or the federal government or Ministry of NIMASA, like they outrightly said there. Now, if you now look at the Fulani sect in One Nigeria, you will see that they don't go out to study something that they will come to make the environment or the country to become something better. They only go and study about terrorism, go and study how to make bombs to come and destroy the land. But it is the industrious people that goes to study a cause that will come back to make the country to become something better. So these people now have become a victim, not because they went to serve One Nigeria, but because they happen to be born and answer and use the passport of One Nigeria. Because, like Kelechi said something before, when an American was held hostage by Boko Haram in One Nigeria, it did not take America a week to come down to Nigeria and then get those people out. Without a scratch, One Nigeria could not do anything. So, a lot of us suffer this brunt of One Nigeria in different ways. That is why we are leaving that country. 247 said, if he goes to Nigerian embassy in Spain. They will collect his phone. They will tell him, you have to leave everything here. You go in only you. That it is only in Nigerian embassy that they see such. That means even in the Western world, where they have embassies like that, they don't even trust themselves, neither to trust you that hold that passport to come to their embassy to come and do one or two things. It is very, very absurd. So this is thousands and many reasons why we need to leave this contraption called One Nigeria, because it is not working for us. And it can never work because it has never worked for many years. They work.
There was Sonny. There were. Yes, I agree with Sonny, because it's not the fault of those people that we saw. It's not their fault. I am blaming it on the people that are still believing in Nigeria. Because Nigeria, let me tell you, now waiting you call your dog, 9 people go there call them. So I want you to listen to this video now to just cement it very well.
We cannot allow people that get beaten up in Zimbabwe, that get beaten up in Mozambique, that get beaten. We see on Facebook, on Twitter, on social media, how the police are beating them in their own countries. And then they run away. But when they come here, they want to stand man to man with our police. Why can't the police? You shot Nathaniel. Where was your bullet? Where's your bullets? When these people are attacking you, use the same tactic that you use on our child. Shoot them. How can you attack a policeman? How can you attack a policeman? You should be shot dead on the scene. Our police should shoot to kill when foreigners attack them. An attack against our police is an attack against the state. They are declaring war. But I want to say to you, I want to say to President Ramaphosa, I think 2024 is too far. Do not push us. Do not push us. Do not push us. Because I will give a call. And you'll stem us on as gangsters. You'll have fall rack visa on Steider. I'm very close to giving a call to go to Hillbrow, to go to Sunnyside, and to go to Yeovil, and to go and clean up. Our people must sit in RDP houses. But you see, the Nigerians are having RDP houses. All the business owners are being chucked out. And Somalians.
Well, just to cement the whole thing, you hear I'm very
Nigeria has become a mockery on the port.
Very simple.
That
Very
even
simple.
Kenyan can use Nigeria as a sample.
Very simple. Anyway, you call
IDP
Nigeria,
camp in my own fatherland.
You don't get any value. They believe you should get the worst. So it's not the fault of those people, but the fault of Nigeria. That is why I said that Nigeria has happened to them. And the Nigeria will continue to happen to so many people unless we open our eyes. Master Congo, if you no open your eyes, Nigeria go fall for your head. Go for
carry your bag now.
God forbid. God forbid. 10 years, 10 good years, 10 years in studying 4 years course. They made sure that the same thing they treated it with the same equal treatment they treat the other people in Nigeria, you got it there because they sent you abroad to study. Certificate they do not give you, they are not going to give you. To go inside the embassy, they say you don't get right to go. They send security will not be Nigeria. My goodness. African has been made enemies of Africans. Biafrans has been made enemies of Biafrans. That is why you will see somebody in South calling you are an Igbo. I will kill you. I will kill every Igbo. You look at the person that wants to kill every Igbo. He is not even alive. Eh? Oh, my brother. They just want to turn, not that they want, they have turned us against each other. They divided us to make us enemies, to create hatred. They want me to hate you. They want you to hate me. They will give you gun to kill me. You know, I used to tell us that when these people came, the first gift they brought to our land was mirror, gun, and a knife. And how did they teach people to use it? They taught our traditional rulers. Do you have call there?
No, I'm just wondering, our people cannot even call and talk. After now, instead of them to come here and say what I want to say, people will be embossing me on my email and also my WhatsApp. Come here and say what you want to say. We are tired of receiving calls everywhere. Come now and talk.
We are in general. Come and talk.
General
we
talk.
are in general.
Don't show your face.
So my brother, the entire person, honestly, a tire person, whether a tire, that is just the simple truth. So my people, we must wake up. We must wake up.
Yeah.
Whether we must wake up, we must surely wake up.
This is not even a time to 24/7. People, whether you wake up or you don't wake up. I remember a story my mom told me during the war. He said, Ojukwu said he will fight for Biafra to the last. But when it is time that Biafra don't want to help, that he will begin to fight for, I could say, Ndibo. When Ndibo no agree, go fight for Newe. If Newe no agree, that is the kind of story they used to say when we were children. He said, you go fight for your family. If your family no agree, say, you go fight for your whole head. There's a time it will be. Let me tell you, when the church in the community, that church where Catholic be for you and those Anglican church, the time they will enter and turn it to mosque, and your children name and your mama name and your sister's name will turn to Aisha, and your name will turn to Yusuf with a gun on your neck. You will understand. Now is the time. That is the Bible I read before.
I'll not allow for you. I beg you. Hey.
247, may I say something, please?
Yes. Okay.
General, go on.
Alenora wrote something here.
I think there's a call coming here, sir. Let me see.
Alenora wrote something here that the 2 years nursing in Philippines will work here straight in
can you hear us?
US.
Good evening.
Whereas the Nigerian PhD nursing
finish his sentence.
will now have to write many exams.
Good evening, Mazi. Can you hold on?
Allowed to work with that certificate. So this is to connote with what you read before. What you played before in that video. That video said, impoverish Africa. Do you see now that you have been pushed to go to Philippines to work? Then when you finish work, you can get work straight ahead in USA. While the certificate that you now get in Nigeria or Africa, that one has become useless. This is part of the ideology that was set out by the white supremacy, which we must work to overcome. This is the reason why Biafra is fighting for independence. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. A caller here. Caller, you can go on your name and where you are calling from. Thank you, Mas.
Hello.
Thank you. God bless you. We're hearing you.
I'm calling from Cyprus.
Somebody's on the line.
Please, can you mute yourself 247? Sir, repeat, please. We are distracted. Go on.
Hello.
We're hearing you. The word is hearing you. Must just go straight. Go on, speak. We're hearing you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate what you guys are doing. I would really like you guys to give me a little audience to ask some questions, and I guess I deserve an answer.
Maz, please, because of our time, just take only 3 minutes.
Question goes this way.
Yes.
I would like you people to throw a little more light to this issue of no voting in the Southeast.
Okay.
Not just the issue of not voting, but the
Please, we didn't hear your introduction very well. Please, your name and where you're calling from us. Mazi, please, they said your name and where you're calling from. They didn't hear you good.
I am right if I'm here.
All right.
Presently in Poland, but I reside in Cyprus.
Okay, go on, Mazi. Go on.
Okay, the question goes this way. We are threatening that there will be no vote in Southeast. I love it. I like it so very much. And my question goes this way. Why the threat? And if really that we will do as we are threatening, who are we killing? Are we going to maim Nigeria, the Fulani, or we are killing our people? Those that are going to be voting in Southeast, are they not our people?
Thank you,
wait. Can I answer you? Excuse me, you've asked your question. Can you get, do you want to get the answer?
And we are 3 men here.
I'll ask more questions.
No, let's take it one by one.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Are you a Biafran, you said?
Tell me?
Are you a Biafran?
I am the owner of the place that IPOB is using. I'm not just a
Biafran. IPOB is IPOB use a lot of places. Internet, IPOB use internet, IPOB use Twitter. You are not the owner of everywhere IPOB is using.
I am the person every time they have meetings.
Mazi, if you are an IPOB, you will not ask this question. Wait, let my comrade answer you. Kelechi, do you have any question to answer this?
Oh, listen, Mr. Man. Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Please hold on.
You call in and wait. Let my comrade answer you, please.
We're not going to take nonsense from people who just want to ask some kind of unnecessary questions and just want to jeopardize what we're doing. What we're doing here is serious business. Ukraine is fighting for their country now. Who are they killing? You're asking this question. You're asking does not make sense because if you're asking who is killing who,
I didn't ask question about Ukraine.
Hold on. Let me answer you. Hold on, please. Hold on, let me answer you.
Mazi, can you listen to Kelechi? He said Ukraine. Mazi, can we ask you a question?
Nigeria.
We don't want to. Mazi, wait.
Hold on. Okonkwo, hold on. Caller, please. I want you to answer me. I will give you every answer you want. If you want 1 million, I will give you. But you must go by the rules. Whenever you are asked to hold on, mute. Are you a Biafran?
That's the first question.
My name is Fine Bright Chicken.
If you don't answer me, I will take you off. Are you a Biafran or no? Okay, take him off.
Please take this man off. He's a cunning man.
Take him off.
Mazi, let me finish you before I take you out. Next time, we don't want you to come here. IPOB does not have a destination where they use, and you don't have any place where IPOB use. We use YouTube, we use Twitter. You are not Mark Zuckerberg. We do our demonstration online on internet, and we are not killing anybody. If you have people you are killing those people with your family. Don't come here and say that you are people. You are an IPOB. You are not an IPOB. So get out of your office.
Hello, go on, my dear.
Can I go?
Yeah, go on, sir.
This is Biafran. I wish you 247. How's your call?
Salute you.
I'm the name for Mazia Parawa and the other brother. I wish you all. This is Biafran. My name is Define Biafran, calling from the Republic of Animal Kingdom. Doesn't matter what they do or what they say. Biafra is coming next year for sure. Whether they want to compete or want to fight but I must assure them this time around is not going to be any genocide work they have done for us before. So I want to touch on that video that you played about the Africa. They are talking about Africa. You know, our leader have sent everything for Africa just because Africa. They don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. They don't want to know who is their enemy. Because all this world, all this outside world, UN, all of them, UK, all of them, they are benefiting from Nigeria. They are benefiting.
Mazi, people can barely hear you. Can you raise your voice? One place and answer.
Mazi, your call is not coming out clear, please. If you can make it clear, just in next 1 minute, say what you want to say, please.
I hear me now.
Better. Okay, you have 1 minute.
Okay. So, Africans have to rise up before they will know the problem where they are, because as it is now, all Africa, they are in darkness. They are in darkness, and Biafra is the light. Biafra will open the eyes of Africa, which our leaders have been telling us. Let me go to the Obi, or the London boy that is distracting our movement, because he is a direct threat to us. I'm here to telling you that you see all those that are participating, supporting Obi, they don't have PVC, and they are keeping on deceiving our people, telling them 2023 election that will not, never ever hold in our land. All of you London boy supporters, you have to take yourself serious, because I know you people love the way we are suffering. You people love the way those who are in Nigeria, the contraction that Britain put together. You are happy seeing us suffering. You are happy seeing us crying. You are happy seeing our people killing every day. And you are here. Obi is telling you that he's coming to put anything together. Obi is not coming to put anything together.
Mazi, thank you.
That is killing our people in our bush. Obi is not going to stop suffering. Obi is not going to stop you going to market every day. And they are collecting tax you every day. And you keep on supporting Obi. Leave our leader.
Thank you. 1 hour before we start.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our people have to listen.
Thank you so much.
No election in our land. We have said it, and that place with no election. It doesn't matter.
Point.
Mazi, thank you. What happened for you?
I beg. My people, I get one important thing I want to talk. We are airing this program direct from VOB, Voice of Biafra TV /FM 97.5 FM. If you have not subscribed, I am pasting the link again, although the link has been pinned. I want you to please, anywhere you are viewing from, any day you will see it. If you are one of the people viewing now, please do us a favor and subscribe. This is not anybody's platform. It's a platform of a Biafra. It's a platform of every Biafran. At a time, we are going to be hosting programs here alone. We'll be having we'll be having when Sonny will come and speak that in language of the other, now. I will come blow my own. Every many languages, different languages from Biafra land. So please, go and do us a favor, subscribe in this to this VOB, please. I want to see people tell us that yes, we have subscribed. I have subscribed. That's the comment I want to see now. Please. If at least 400 of us, if 400 of us can subscribe, it will go up now. Please, everybody. I'm begging everybody. Thank you. So, Mazo Kongo, we'll have a caller here. Do you have one there before?
No.
Okay. I think this will be the last caller. Mazi, go on. You have 2 minutes.
Hello.
You have 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, thank you. Good evening, dear friends, and good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mazi Kongo and our brother.
Thanks, sir.
Please, Mazi Kongo, this guy that called, I was asking you guys a question.
That is an IPOB.
Are we not? What he was saying, some people say that we are going to kill ourselves or blah blah blah. Who are they killing? Not Biafra. The question was answered by this our other brother. What is his name? The other brother.
Yes, that's why I love him.
Kelechi.
Yes, but you people were talking at the same time. Mazi,
listen to me. Wait. Listen to me. Okay. I don't even want him to get the answer. I know Kelechi answered him. I don't want him to get the answer because he is not a Biafran. He don't need to come here and get any answers. Let him go away. We don't need him here.
Okay, I know. But sometimes we don't need to clear the air because of our viewers.
No. Our viewers know that we don't kill Biafra.
I don't have friends here on this.
We kill our enemy that want to kill us. Anybody that comes to kill us is who we kill. So for somebody to come now, for some